All right, chat. Are you guys ready for the #1 7 years in a row running arena card review? If you guys want to go back and check my scores, I have pretty much a flawless record reviewing arena cards. So if you guys are wondering what's going to be great, this is the place to be. There's literally no one on my level when it comes to card reviews. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We are going to do the patented Dreads 1 to 5 scale. We are going to set a 3 as an average card, and these days an average card is a 3 mana 3/4 bear. Like the scale has kind of been moved a little bit, but you need to be better than a 3 mana 3/4 to be average. So you need to be like slightly above. We're going to put a 3 mana 3/4 as a 2.5. So you need to be a little bit better than that kind of a card to be a 3, okay? But it will make sense once we start getting into it, okay? All right, we're going to start with Death Knight and work our way through. Yeah, let's get into it. Quartzite Crusher. 4 mana 3/3 weapon requiring 1 frost and 1 blood rune. Lifesteal. Why does everything have lifesteal now? Just as an aside. Why does everything have lifesteal? Freeze any character damaged by your hero. So any character, so you can freeze a big minion if you want, but it'll mostly be used to freeze face. I mean, I think it's really good, right? It basically gives you 12 healing. Lifesteal is fun. Lifesteal is not fun. There's way too much of it. Lifesteal is not fun. Also, I should turn this off so it doesn't look like I'm moving this a 1. What do you guys think? I'm thinking it's like a 4. I think it's like a 4. It's pretty good. Like, I don't know. I appreciate lifesteal more and more. And this card is not, like, you're not losing that many stats. Like, that's a lot of 9 damage for 4 mana and all of it lifesteal. It's pretty good. The runes kind of suck. I mean, it's not the best rune combination, but are we still going to have the Discover card in? By the way, chat, what's the name of that card? The 1 mana spin 3 corpses to buff whatever. Is that card still in? Or no? Because if that's still in, it's going to be another good hit, right? Like your Runes of Darkness. Yeah, you're always looking for lifesteal off of that. So it seems pretty good. Basically, Craftsman Hammer plus Freeze. Yeah. I like it a lot. I think 4 is probably fair. I don't know if I'd quite go 4.5, but I think it's like 4 to 4.5 range, I'd say. Very, very strong card. All right, next up we have Mismatched Fossils. 3 mana, discover a beast and an undead, swap their stats. So my guess is the way you'll use this card is you'll just try to make 1 good minion, right? Isn't that the way, how you're going to use this? I feel like you're going to just do like you basically just swap, you know, the big stats from 1 minion onto like a cheap minion. And that's kind of how you're going to want to play with it, because it's kind of expensive, man. 3 mana for that effect. 3 mana to discover 2. It's like okay. I don't know. I guess you get to discover twice, though. Oh, okay. So the way it works is that you get offered 3 beasts and pick 1, and then 3 undead and pick 1. That might not be too bad, actually, because it's going to be pretty likely you're going to be able to make 1 really good minion, like 1 kind of like cheating minion. DK is way better undead than Hunter. That's true. Yeah, it probably will be. And then Hunter has way better beasts than DK, right? Something like that. It feels a little like if this card was 2 mana, I think it would be broken. A 2 mana would probably be too good, so it probably has to be 3 mana. It's probably still an average card, isn't it? I don't know. You could hit lifesteal off a beast, maybe. I think is Hollow Hound back? I think it is. I want it to be good because I think it's kind of a cool card. I think it's going to be like average. It's a little bit expensive, but I still feel like it's going to be like Hollow isn't? Okay. I'm going to go with a 3 for this one. Could see a 2.5 or whatever, but I'm going to go for a 3. seeing that people get wolves from it 70%. Well, you wait. It's Hunter, right? Hunter DK, Hunter DK, right, chat? Yeah, Dead Hunter's plug. Okay, so no wolves. No one's discovering wolves unless somehow Demon Hunter gets a card. All right. Next up, we have Obsidian Revenant. 6 mana, 4/6 elemental. Taunt, Death Rattle, summon 2 random Death Rattle minions that cost 3 or less. This is another Hunter DK dual class card. I'm pretty sure this card's going to be nuts. Right, chat? Like, the one thing you have to remember about it is you will get a lot of 1-cost cards. Like, I think there are quite a few 1-cost Death Rattles. But, I mean, even if you hit, like, a 1-cost and a 2-cost, it's not that bad, right? Like, you're not really losing that many stats. Like, a 5 mana 4/6 is still kind of okay, and this is a 6 mana 4/6, and you get 2 minions. 2 Death Rattle minions. And on average, Death Rattle minions are better, right? So, compared with Teacher's Pet, yeah, I'd say it's pretty... It's probably better than Teacher's Pet, right? Teacher's Pet is, what, a 5 mana 4/5, and then you summon a 3-cost beast. 1 more mana, and then you get 2. It's probably a little bit better. So, yeah, I think this card's really good. I'm going to say it's actually a 4.5. I'm going big money, big number on this one. Also, this isn't centered. It bothers me. Okay. All right. Prosthetic Hand. 3 mana 3/1 mech. This is a Death Knight Paladin dual class card. Magnetize Reborn. Can magnetize to mechs or undead. Magnetic Reborn. It's an interesting card. So worst case, it's a 3/1 that spawns a 3/1, which is not great. Like there's a 4/1 that spawns a 4/1 that was never great. Oh, that was a 4-cost card, right? You guys know the one I'm talking about? That 4/1 that spawns a 4/1? Seems bad draft. You know, I think it's still okay. Because, like, okay, the Reborn effect can be really nasty, can't it? To mechs or undeads. I feel like that could be pretty nuts. You know, it could, like, contaminate and staying around and stuff, right? I actually don't think it will be bad. And, you know, let's say if you're playing as a DK, it could also be extra reach. Like, it could be 3 reach, too, if you use with your hero power and stuff. Can Reborn stack? No. No, I don't think so. I think it's just you can only get 1 Reborn, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good, like a 3.5 to 4 type range. I think there will be enough utility for it, and even if you have to tempo it, it's not that bad. Like, a 3/1 that spawns a 3/1 isn't good, but it's, like, kind of okay. So I'm going to go with a 4 for that one. All right. Mining Casualties. 2 mana. This is a Death Knight Paladin dual class. 2 mana, summon 2 1/1 Silverhand recruits. With Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Frail Ghoul. Okay, so the Frail Ghoul, I'm not going to show you the art, but it's just basically the Death Knight hero power. Chat, so if my opponent trades into the 1/1s on my turn, sorry, on their turn, I keep the 1/1s until the end of my next turn, right? Is that correct? Like it doesn't die until the end of my next turn, right? They stay until the end of your turn. Okay. Yeah, so this should be really good. Like, that's just a note for both classes. I mean, it's 4 corpses for 2 mana for Death Knight, which is insane. And for Paladin, I mean, it's still just good. I feel like it's better for Death Knight, but for Paladin, it's still pretty good. Like, you play this on turn 2, and you're just not going to lose the board, right? Like, you can play it, and then you can, like, use the 1/1s to trade in. Oh, this card's, like, broken, right? Because you can use it's basically 4 trading power for 2 mana split up. Yeah. Is it a 5? Like, this card's bonkers, no? Haunted Creeper was similar? No, this is much better than Haunted Creeper. Because sometimes Haunted Creeper you can literally trade off. This is, like, much better. 6, to be honest. 4.5. I actually feel like it's like a 5. It's at least a 4.5. Like, it's just, man, that's such a crazy card for 2 mana. I'm going to go with a 5. F it. Go big, baby. Going to hit it with a 5. Maybe that's a little crazy, but that card just seems nuts. All right. We're now on to Demon Hunter, chat. Are you guys ready for Wolves 2.0? I really hope we get more Wolves. All right, Fell Fissure. 4 mana, deal 2 damage to all minions. At the start of your next turn, deal 2 more damage to all minions. It's kind of a weird card, though. The start of your next turn. Actually, that's pretty good, right? Like, the thing is, this card is really good on 4, probably. The issue is, like, if you want to play it to clear their board and then develop behind it, it's kind of bad. Because, like, it's weird. Okay, why is it weird? In the case that you want to develop a board behind it, you have to AoE your board, right? So in that case, it can be kind of awkward. 3 because it goes to your minions. Well, I mean, I still think it's an above average card. Just like for the record, I still think it's above average. Like a 4. $3.5. I mean, it's kind of expensive though. It's basically like you're paying for 2 immolation ores in kind of an awkward way. It's a little weird. I think I'm actually going to just go with a 3. I think it's a little bit weird. But maybe, like, it's going to be annoying if they play this in the play of Wolves, right? But I think I'll just go with 3. I do think, you think it sucks ass? I don't think it's that bad in Demon Hunter though, because Demon Hunter doesn't have that much AoE. Like, I draft Immolation Aura so highly because Demon Hunter doesn't have many effects like this. So it's worse than Immolation Aura, but Immolation Aura is like a 4.5 card in my opinion. Like, that card's broken. All right. Burning Heart. 1 mana. This is a Warrior Demon Hunter dual class fire spell. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If it survives, give your hero +3 attack this turn. Dude, these kind of cards just keep getting crazier, don't they? Like, I don't know. I remember when it was like the shit that it does now for 1 mana. Deal 2 and get 3 attack. It's 1 mana deal 5 is now like the new norm. It's kind of insane, huh? I always find these ones a little awkward to use. I remember the one. What was the card where it was a warrior card where you had to, the minion had to survive for you to get a lackey, right? Was it a 1 damage thing? You guys know what I'm talking about. And it was a little bit awkward, but I think this card is gonna be really good. Like, it has to be at least like a 4.5 for me. It just does so much and it's so cheap. Like, it's gonna be great in both classes, I think. Yeah, improved morale is the one. Yeah. 4.5 for. I mean, that's just. I think it's just so good for arena card. I'm gonna go with a 4.5. Like, this will just let you swing the board for 1 mana. Like, you deal 2 to something, you can kill a 4/5 or whatever for 1 mana. I think it's gonna be really good. Okay. What's next? Crimson Expanse. 4 mana. This is a location. 2 charge location. Choose a damaged minion. Summon a copy of it that goes dormant for 1 turn. Huh? Is this card good? This is a weird one. Choose a damaged minion and summon a copy of it that goes dormant for 1 turn. For 4 mana. You can do that twice. This one doesn't seem very good to me, right? It's kind of expensive. You copy Ragnaros, dude. Yeah, in your dreams. And I need it out later. I mean, it's a card that you could lose to for sure. You know, like a Contaminated takes damage and they do this on it or whatever, but it just doesn't seem good. I'm going to give it a 2. It does have, like, potential, I guess, but it's not a card I'm going to draft much, I don't think. Which is weird because the location cards seem to be so insane. All right, Shadestone Skulker. 1 mana, 1/1 elemental. This is another Demon Hunter. This is Demon Hunter Rogue dual class. Rush, Battlecry, take your weapon and gain its stats. Death Rattle, give it back. So this is a rogue card, basically, Chad? Is that the idea behind this card? Someone explain to me, like, what is up with this card as far from, like, constructed. Like, you use it with that, with, like, the Miracle Rogue card? Is that what it's supposed to do? Take your weapon and gain its stats. Death Rattle, give it back. So this doesn't give you a new copy of the weapon back, right? It just gives you... It returns to your... To be equipped in the same form that it was at. Is that correct? The weapon maintains the buffs. Oh, it keeps +1/+1. Wait, what? Wait, no. Wait, what? It doesn't buff it, right? Good with a rogue mining weapon. Ah, okay. I can see that. So wait, does it destroy it? What does take your weapon mean? If you buff your weapon, play this, and this dies, does your weapon retain the stats from the buff? I would guess no. Wait, yeah, if you buffed your weapon before playing this, yeah. But if you buff this, it doesn't, like, gain the stats from it, right? It takes, like, Sticky Finger? Okay. And the issue is, like, sometimes you don't even have a weapon. I'm not sure this card is very good in Arena. Like, how often do you have a weapon equipped? And if you have, like, a 1-attack weapon equipped, it's kind of poop, no? Like, from an Arena perspective, I don't think this card's that good. Obviously, for Standard, I'm sure it's a different story. But in Arena, isn't this card, like, kind of bad? Like, it's a 1-mana 1/1 rush that's only useful if you have a weapon, no? 1/1 rush. Yeah, but a 1/1 rush is pretty shit these days. Like, that's pretty bad. Like, both Rogue and Demon Hunter are not classes where I tend to have, like, a ton of weapons. I guess Demon Hunter does get the Void Shard or whatever cards. Like, we get the 4-attack weapon. It's never poop with a weapon, but you do need... Yeah, that's my thing, is, like, it's a combo card, right? Like a 4-man. You guys really think this is good? I actually don't think this card's gonna be very good. In my opinion, it's way too situational. When it hits, it will be insane, but I think on average, it's gonna be bad. In fact, I'm giving it a below average rating. 2.5. That's what I think of you, Shadestone shitter. All right, quick pick. 2 mana, 1/2 weapon. After your hero attacks, draw a card. No, 3 is average. Triheptal, not 2.5. Pay attention, okay? Keep it up, all right? Keep up with our amazingness system. 2 mana, 1/2 weapon. After your hero attacks, draw a card. So this is another Demon Hunter Rogue dual class card. Dude, is it weird? I don't know if I want this that much. Is it weird? You guys think it's kind of pog? I think it's much better for Demon Hunter than it is for Rogue. Like, paying 2 mana for a weapon, for a 1/2 weapon, I guess it's like hero powering, but you get to draw 2. I guess that's not terrible. You hero power instead of... Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad, right? 2 pings and 2 cards is pretty good. If you can modify it, it's obviously better. But yeah, it's okay. Okay, it's probably all right. Should be a 2/2. Yeah, if it was a 2/2, it'd be insane. I think it's probably a little bit above average. I'm thinking like a 3.5 maybe. My issue is that, like, at least with Rogue, I feel like I always have so many cards, so the draw doesn't feel as valuable to me, but it's still fine. It's still okay. Yeah, good with quick draw cards and stuff. I'm thinking like a 3.5. I don't know if I want to say it's a 4. Like, there will be times where this card's just really annoying. It's like they have a taunt and then you want to draw, but you can't hit into their taunt, but it's probably above average, slightly. It's better in Demon Hunter because you can make it 2. Yeah, I was just saying. Demon Hunter is just better because you can get more attack with it. 1 attack just feels so kind of poop. All right. We're done with Demon Hunter. We are now on to Druid. Starting with Crystal Cluster. 6 mana. Gained 3 empty mana crystals. Any that can't fit, summon a 3/7 elemental with taunt. I was thinking about this card, and man, when the Druid has full mana crystals, this shit is going to be so annoying. Isn't it, chat? 3 3/7s with taunt for 6 mana. Like, that is going to be obnoxious to deal with. Like, really obnoxious. If you play it to ramp in Arena, that's kind of your whole turn will be bad, but man, that's going to be kind of nuts, I feel. Obviously, it's pretty much a dead card, in my opinion. Like, because paying 6 mana to ramp is kind of sketch in Arena, but it's basically Mana Thirst 10. Yeah, that's pretty much how I see the card. Like, if you have to play it for the ramp effect, you're really screwed. But if you play it on turn 10, it's like the warrior card, but you get 4 more mana instead of 2, and you get 1 additional body, and they have 1 more health. Like, it's really, it's hard to give an overall rating to, but I think it is a good card. I think it's a good card because at 10 plus mana, it's really insane. Oh yeah, for standard, I mean, it's like an auto-including Reno Druid, right? So, I'm thinking like a 4. I think it's like, early on, it's really bad, and if you're, on turn 10, it's probably like a 6 or whatever, right? So, but I'm going to go with a 4 for an overall score. All right, Pendant of the Earth. This is a dual-class Priest Druid card. 3 mana nature spell. Discover a minion from your deck, gain armor equal to its cost. Would I play that previous card, turn 8 or turn 9? I really would rather not. Turn 9 maybe, because you get 2, right? But turn 8 feels pretty bad. I have found in Arena, discovering a minion from your deck isn't that great. Like, it's much better to just be able to find something not in your deck in Arena. Would you guys agree with that? Like, this card feels very expensive. I mean, I like the cards that give you, like, these cards that give you health. Like, in Warrior, there's the 4/3 where you get Discover Taunt, you get a bunch of health, but that's because you get a Taunt. And it has a body. This is just like, you have to pay 3 mana for it. It feels kind of bad. Like, a 2 maybe? I'm not really digging it. Not really digging it. Maybe it's a 2.5, but yeah, I'll go with 2. Just doesn't seem good enough. Oh God, chat. Shattered Reflections. This is why I'm worried about Priest. Dude, the fact that this is a Druid card is also insane. Shattered Reflections. This is another Priest Druid dual class minion. 5 mana. Choose a minion. Add a copy of it. Add a copy to your hand, deck, and battlefield. What the fact, dude? What the fact? That is so dumb. This is going to be so tilting. It's just going to be so tilting. Like, it's going to be that feeling of, like, if a Druid or Priest has a minion on the board, you're just going to be scared this is going to happen to it. And they can use it on your shit too, right? Like, you play a big minion, and then they can just copy it for 5 mana. It's so stupid, man. Yeah, it's basically if Sathravar was good. It's hilarious that Sathravar is, like, still offered in Arena decks. It's so trash. But this thing is, like, an easy 5. Easy 5. It seems like a kind of a weird card for Druid, but I guess, like, summoning big minions is a Druid thing. It's kind of a win more card. No, the thing is, like, it's a comeback card too. Like, your opponent plays a big minion, you can copy it for 5 mana, depending on the effect. Like, this card this card's just gonna be insane. We're gonna be complaining about that card for sure. All right. Let's move on from that one to Gloomstone Guardian. This is a Druid Warlock dual class card. 4 mana, 6/8 elemental. Taunt. Choose one. Discard 2 cards or destroy one of your mana crystals. Forge, do neither. What do you guys think? Obviously, when my opponents play it, they will discard their 2 sludges in hand, hit me for 8, and then have a 4 mana 6/8. That's probably what will happen. I think that most of the time people will use it like they'll forge on 2 and then play it on 4. So you skip turn 2, but then you get a 4 mana 6/8 taunt, which is pretty good. Or in the late game, you can just play it and not care, right? Like, yeah, you're already at max mana. Go ahead, destroy a mana crystal, right? So I think it's pretty good. 6 mana, 6/8. That's a little. It's not entirely accurate though, because the thing about Forge, the fact that you can do it on a different turn than when you play this matters a lot. So it's not exactly a 6 mana, 6/8. Obviously, 6 mana, 6/8 is pretty poop, but I think this card's good. Like a 3.5 maybe, 3.5, 4-ish. I think I'll go with a 4. I think this card would be pretty good. Pretty good. All right. What else we got? Oh, man. Trog Gym Tosser. 3 mana, 3/2. Finale. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy for each of your mana crystals. Like, this is just like such a what the fuck card, isn't it? Like, why? I mean, yeah, at least it's random enemy, but like, why? Like, this card will just always be good. Unless you can't finale it, I guess, right? But you play, even playing it on turn 3, it's fine. A 3/2, deal 3, like, that's just fine, right? Like, this card is just going to be broken. You're going to pretty much always take it, right? Like, it just won't be bad. Shouldn't it say empty mana crystals? Well, if it's if it said empty mana crystals, it would be worse, right? Yeah, this card's gonna be great. Is this another 5? I think it's at least a 4.5. Probably at least a 4.5. Oh man, it might be a 5, dude. Oh god. Oh god. If it's a finale, it's a given. But I'm thinking if it's empty, then it would be like -3. Or is that not how that would work? If you played on turn 6, I guess once you play it, your mana's gone, so it wouldn't matter. Oh man, I think it's a 4 because of finale. No, I think it's at least a 4.5. I'll go with a 4.5 on this one. It could be a 5. I could be a little bit wrong, but I mean, it's like, it doesn't really matter. You'll be taking it pretty much every time. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. All right, where are the Smork fans at? Rhonda Hunter. Where are the Smork fans at? Shimmer Shot. 1 mana, deal 1 damage to a random 1 mana, deal 1 damage, summon a random minion of that cost. Dude, it is so insane. I talked about this on stream, but it is so insane how far these kind of cards have come. Like, it is just absolutely nuts. Used to be, you know, Elven Archer. Now you have the high roll of 1, it getting modified by spell damage, and then 2, hitting, you know, the 2/1 that gives you a sludge card or whatever, right? Like, it's just, yeah, like super high tier, right? 4.5 probably. Pretty insane. I'm sure you'll do really gross things with this in standard with Spell Hunter. Is that ever a thing anymore? Okay, chat. I have to show you. This is one of my favorite cards of the mini set. Elemental Companion. 3 mana, summon a random Elemental Companion. Okay, where are the arts of the ones? Okay, can I click on these? Okay, I can. Good. All right, so the first option is Misho, like Misha, right, chat? You get it like the Hunter Companion, Misho, like Misha. So it's got the same stats. It's a 4/4. 3 mana, 4/4, can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Hifar, like Huffer. 3 mana, 4/2 elemental. Your spells cost 1 less. And finally, Luak, like Leok. 3 mana, 2/4 elemental. Spell damage +2. This card will honestly... So this is a Mage Hunter dual class card. Let me go back to the original image. And I think this card will be good. And I think it will also be extremely tilting because, you know, like when you play this, you'll probably be looking for a specific one. Sometimes you'll just have to play it on turn 3, but that's not really the ideal scenario. I feel like you'll play it when you're fishing for most likely spell damage. I feel like the spell damage one's pretty insane, at least in Mage. So, at least that's how I'm planning to play it. And when you hit that, like, it can get pretty crazy. 3, I think this card's above average. I don't think it's way above average, but I think it's probably like a 3.5. You don't. It's a 3 you don't want to play on 3. Is the way I see this card. Because even the reduction, right? Like the reduction is not irrelevant. So if you play it when you have a little more mana, you can make more use of the reduction. The 4/4 seems odd. I mean, the 4/4 is probably just there because it's like something that's okay for you to hit on curve. I don't know. I mean, a 4/4 untargetable on turn 3 is great. So, yeah. I don't know. I like this card. Even if it's not the most powerful card, I'll be taking a lot. And hoping to high roll the spell damage. Just hit. Okay, chat. Tell me if I'm wrong for thinking this card is going to be absolutely insane. At least in Mage. Mantle Shaper. 5 mana 5/5 Elemental Naga. Costs 1 less for each spell you've cast while holding this. Like, you do have to have it in your hand, but man, you just play so many cheap spells these days, don't you? Like, just so many. I feel like it's going to be crazy. Pretty small stats. Not like the thing is, like, it's not even that bad. Like, worst case, you have to play a 5 mana 5/5, which sucks. It does suck. But like, is better than not having a 5-drop and missing your turn. And there oftentimes this will come down for free, a 0 mana 5/5. If you have to play 5 cards to get it for, I mean, I don't really look at it that way though. I look at it as like, I was gonna probably play the spells anyways. Maybe I'll take slightly suboptimal lines to play the spells, but I think the tempo, excuse me, I think the tempo from it's worth it. Like, I think this thing's gonna be really nutty. Like, even you just play a, you know, I think I'll keep it in my opening hand most of the time. Play a spell on 1, play a secret on 3. Like, it'll come down for pretty cheap. So I think this card's really good. Like a 4.5 type thing. Maybe not a 5, but I think it's really strong. I'm a believer in the Mantle Shaper. All right. Mismatched Fossils. We already talked about this one, right? Wait, what the hell? This is a different one. No, this is the same one. Brain? Discover a beast and undead. Swap their stats. All right, we already did it. All right. It's just showing up again because it's Hunter again. Same thing with Obsidian, right? We already looked at this card. Okay. Pro reviewer, by the way. Okay. More Mage goodness. A new Mage secret. If you guys are like me, you just absolutely love Mage secrets. Don't you guys just love secrets in general? God, they're just so fun to play with. 3 mana Summoning Ward. Secret, when your turn starts, summon a copy of your highest cost minion. This sucks. You guys all think this card is bad? What? I'm pretty sure this card is very good. Like, I'm pretty sure this card's very good. Terrible? Boy, this is interesting. This card's very, people are very, have very different opinions. I mean, the thing about this card is it's a little bit weird if you're losing, right? Like, if you play it when you're losing, then it's going to feel bad. But, like, I actually think this card's pretty solid. Like, you just want to play it a little bit later on. It's decent, not amazing. Out of stick a minion? Yeah. I mean, it is kind of hard to stick a minion in the current game. But I don't know, dude. You get this down, and then you Firelands or minion to come back and have a minion on the board. It doesn't always die. And like, another thing about secrets is, like, I think people oftentimes discount the effect of playing the secret. Like, people will play around other things. I don't know all the secrets that are in, but people are going to have to play around, a counter spell or whatever when you play this. So there's additional value in playing a secret. So I think that's something that you got to remember. I think this card's quite good. Like, it's not broken, but I think it's above average, like a 3.5 or so. I'm a believer, chat. You guys are, some of you are haters. I'm a believer. I think it's pretty good. Not insane, but pretty good. All right. Chaos Creation. This is a 6-mana Warlock Mage dual class card. It's a fell spell, deal 6 damage. Summon a random 6-cost minion, destroy the bottom 6 cards of your deck. So it's obviously much better for Warlock because the idea is that you sludge with this, right? Oh man, that's going to be so fun. When your opponent goes sludge on wheels into sludge on wheels and they play this on turn 6. Sludges are in, yeah. Sludges are definitely in. It's going to be great fun. In Mage, I still think you draft this card in Mage, don't you, chat? Like, there are times where discarding or destroying 6 cards matters, but I think most of the time it doesn't matter. And so it's a Firelands Portal that comes down like 1 turn earlier. So I think you still draft it pretty highly. 5 in Warlock. Yeah, in Warlock, it's definitely a 5. I still think it's probably like a 4.5 in Mage, though. 4 to 4.5. Probably still a 4.5. So what do I give it as an overall score then? I mean, honestly, I feel like it's it says destroy, not discard. I mean, yeah, it's the same difference. Destroy the bottom 6 cards of your deck. I mean, the whole idea is sludge stuff, right? So, yeah, I think it's probably a 5 in my mind because it looks like more of a Warlock card. But I'm going to say it's a 5 for Warlock and a 4.5 for Mage. So I'm going to see this card. Okay. Soul Freeze. 1 mana. This is a Frost Warlock Mage dual class. Freeze a minion and its neighbors. Deal damage to your hero equal to the number frozen? Wait, what? Freeze a minion and its neighbors. Man, this also just feels like a Warlock card, right? This is very good. You guys really like it? I think it's like okay. 1 mana Nova. Yeah, you have to take damage though, which isn't irrelevant. 1 mana Cone. I mean, those cards are all kind of poop these days though. It's not a 1 mana Cone because it doesn't do damage. Yeah, the max you can freeze is 3. No matter what. The max you can freeze is 3. I don't know. I'm not really crazy about this card, chat. Very good spell burst trigger. I mean, spell burst is coming back. That's true. One mana spells do get a little bit of a boost. That's fair, but I don't know. It's a fine card. Like, it's probably above average. Maybe it's like a 3.5, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. Like, in the right deck, it could be really good if you're really aggressive or something. But I don't know. I could be wrong about it. It just seems like fine to me. All right. We already did Elemental Companion. We did Mantle Shaper already. All right, on to Paladin. Paladin Shaman apparently here. Sir Finley the Intrepid. Sir Finley's back. 3 mana 2/3 Murloc. Battlecry. If you've excavated twice, transform all enemy minions into 1/1 Murlocs. So I guess this is the good time to mention. Excavate's coming to Shaman and Paladin. Woohoo! Do you guys know that? I love it, man. Give everyone Excavate. I think Excavate is one of the most fun mechanics to play with an arena. And like the fact that Shaman is getting Excavate stuff makes me really happy because I like Shaman and now they get Excavate, so it's pretty cool. How good is this card? If you've excavated twice. I mean, if you excavated twice, it's absolutely insane, right? It's a you get a 2/3 and it's not entirely a board clearer, but at least neutralizes their board, right? That's pretty nuts, man. Like 4.5 probably. Like you do have to get Excavate, so I think I'll probably go like 4.5. But that's nuts. That is a pretty good card. I mean, AoE transforms is pretty insane. All right. Why is Shaman not great in this meta? Honestly, I think the nerf on the legendary weapon hurt a lot. I feel like that was your way to really pop off with Shaman, and making the frog staff from 1 to 2, I feel like that actually didn't have a big impact on it. But I don't know. Shaman just Excavate's really powerful. I feel like if you're not doing stuff like Wolves level of Broken or Excavate in the meta, you're just not that good. All right, Fossilized Kaleidosaur. This is a Paladin only card. 4 mana, 3/4 Undead Beast. Battlecry gain 2 random bonus effects. Excavate a treasure. It's pretty good. So the random bonus effects, does it say? I'm assuming it's like the same ones that are always for that type of effect, right? Like it's going to be like poison. Obviously, Divine Shield will be great. What are all the different ones? Can you get Reborn? Does Reborn work? Yeah, just like the for the Mage 4/5, right? So you could get Reborn, you could get Rush, you could get Lifesteal. Divine Shield's probably going to be the high roll, but yeah. Get Wind Fury, yeah. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. I think the 2 bonus effects will make up for being a little understated, right? And I just think Excavate is so fun and great. So I'll go 4.5 here. You could maybe say it's a 5, but I'll go 4.5 on this one. Like if you compare this to the DK card, I would much rather have the DK card. What's the name of that card? The 3/3 that makes your next Excavate free. I feel like discounting the Excavate stuff is really broken. But, yeah, this card's very good. Very good. All right. Time for some Shroomscavate. The Leaf Haters, 20 stream streak. That's a long time. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Shroomscavate. This is a Shaman Paladin dual class card. Give a minion Wind Fury and Divine Shield. Excavate a treasure. Oh, man. Giving Wind Fury is scary, no? That's a little spooky. That's a little scary. Like, oh god, leaving a Paladin minion up or a Shaman minion is a little spooky. Yeah, get ready to die to that. Yeah. It's pretty expensive. 3 mana is kind of a lot, but it's got to be worth it, right? Probably like a 4.5. I just love Excavate, and I think Excavate is very much a way to win an arena. So it has to be a bad Excavate card for me not to like it a lot. If you lose on board, isn't it super great? Yeah, but I mean, Shaman has pretty good ways to come back on board, and Paladin, honestly, Paladin has pretty good rush minions and stuff like healing to come back on board. So I think it'll just be good. Like you can play the strong arm or whatever, plus that on like turn 8, heal infinite, and then get back on board. Oh, wait, we already did this one. Papega. We already did the hand. We already did mining casualties. Okay, chat. This is the legendary dragon for Paladin. Wait, for some reason, it doesn't... Listen, there's probably a better way to do this, but you guys get half of it. 4 mana, 5/5 elemental dragon. Battlecry, give all other minions in your hand, deck, and battlefield plus 3/3. I mean, there's no point in giving a rating to this. Like, I would say that... I mean, it's obviously very good. I mean, it's obviously really good. Like, how does this compare to other treasures? Like, I think the Mage one's better. I think the Rogue one's probably better. I think the DK one is probably better. But this one's different. This is like, if you're not just totally losing, you win, right? You guys think it's better than all those other treasures? My issue with this card is like, you play a 4 mana 5/5, and if you're behind, it doesn't really help that much. Like, you need to have the other good cards, like the rush healing cards and stuff with it. But it can definitely help you come back if you have the right things. It's still pretty good. It's still pretty good, let's be honest. All right, chat. Either your favorite or worst class is up now. Priest. We already did some of the Priest cards, but... Glowstone Gyreworm. 4 mana, 4/4 elemental. Lifesteal, quick draw, deal 5 damage. Forge, change quick draw to Battlecry. I'm just really glad that we're doubling down on Sunspot, because I thought Sunspot was such a great card. Like, it's really so fun to play against and lose to. And now we get another Sunspot, mini Sunspot. That's just great. And this one, you can spend 2 mana so you don't have to worry about the quick draw. God, that's just wonderful. I hate this card. It's really busted. It's really busted, but I just... Too much healing, man. Like, this card is just way too good. I don't know. I think this is an easy 5 in my opinion. It just... it does away with the RNG of top decking it, and it's just going to be good. Like every time you play it. Fucking hate these kind of cards. Okay. I think Priest is very back. Priest got a lot of good cards. Ready for another one, chat? Are you ready for another one? This is a Rogue Priest dual class card. Shadow Word Steel. 5 mana. Return an enemy minion to your hand. Great, dude. Just great, man. It's going to be so annoying. It's going to be so annoying. You remember, like, Assassinate used to be 5 mana, right? Did it used to be 6 mana? No, 5. I think always 5 mana, but still, like, it's just crazy what these Destroyer cards do now. Entomb costs 6? Yeah. 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 And that goes to your deck, right? Isn't Entomb into your deck? This goes into your hand. Haha! Yeah, I mean, this has got to be a 5, right? Hard removal plus you get the card. I mean, it also deals with like death rattle stuff, right? Like you can use like a tame unit and stuff. Like it's just so dumb. Oh god, I think I'm going to be getting angry about Priest. I think I'm going to. All right, chat. We got another Rogue Priest dual class card here. Hidden Gem. 2 mana, 2/2 elemental stealth. At the end of your turn, restore 2 health to all friendly characters. I haven't seen many people talk about this card, but like, am I dumb or is this card broken? Like, doesn't this card just seem broken to me? To you guys? Or, like, I don't know. Like, it just seems insane. You get, unless they can have AoE, you get 2 health to all friendly characters every turn. Like, not just your face. Like, any minions that you're able to, like rush minions. Like, you play the 5 mana, like, Burrow Buster and you dunk something and then this heals it up. Like, isn't this thing just stupid? It's going to be so frustrating to play against. Heal for Rogue. Yeah, and the face healing isn't irrelevant. Like, oh man, I just think this card's going to be so dumb. Oh yeah, and even all the overheal stuff is going to be... Oh yeah, that's right. The overheal stuff is going to be really broken. Oh man, yeah, this is probably another 5. Oh my god, chat, tell me we're not heading for a Priest meta. We're not, right? Please, God, tell me that's not what we're headed for. Where they're just gonna steal your shit repeatedly and then heal and then steal your shit again and then heal. Okay, sorry, I'm being a little dramatic. My bad. I'm sorry. All right, we're on to rogue cards. Fool's Gold. 1 mana, get a random golden pirate and elemental from other classes. I really hope this card's good. I don't know how good it will be, but I just love, like random generation. I might like random generation more than Discover. So I think it will be fine. It's basically 1 mana, draw 2. 1 mana, generate 2. It should be okay. I think the fact that it's 1 mana matters a lot. Because I look at cards like Clever Disguise, where I'd rather get spells probably than this effect. But this being 1 mana makes it just so much easier to play. So I hope it's good. You guys think it's like a 4? I think it probably will be pretty good. I'm hoping it's a 4 because I want it to be good. You could go back and do a deep dive into all the different elementals and pirates that are around. I don't know how good they'll be, but if it's a high power level high power level rotation, which it is, this card should be good. All right, we've talked about all these other dual class ones. Okay, Shaman. We didn't talk about this one yet. Digging Straight Down. 4 mana, deal 8 damage to a minion. It's a nature spell and excavate a treasure. I think it's okay. Like, it's probably good, right? Yeah, it feels like it's like in the 4 range for me. Worst Excavate card, really? I mean, 4 mana deal 8 is oftentimes just an Assassinate, isn't it? An Assassinate and Excavate with it. It's fine. It's pretty good. I'm thinking I think it's like a 4. 5? I don't know if I'd say 5. It's like on the 4 to 4.5 range, I think, for me. Seems pretty solid. It can't go face, though, right? Remember, it can't go face. I'm all in on Excavate, baby. Let's go 4.5. I am all in on the Excavate. Just excavate me, daddy. I just want to mine so much. Okay. Aftershock. Haven't done this one yet. 4 mana nature spell. This is a Shaman Warrior dual class. 4 mana, deal 1 damage to all minions 3 times. Costs 2 less if you cast a spell last turn. Deal 1 damage to all minions 3 times. So it's like Immolation Aura, but an additional tick. And if you play a spell last turn, it costs 2. It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. Also, like, the deal 1 damage 3 times matters a lot for, like, death rattles and stuff. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We've already shown one of the Legendary Excavates, a Paladin one. We'll show the other ones for sure. Yep. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? Like, I don't know about 5.5. I mean, I like, it's a good card. It's a good card. It's AoE. If it costs 2, it's really good. I don't know. This feels like a 4.5 to me. But yeah, it's obviously good. Obviously very good. Yeah, it's all minions. If it was only enemy minions, it'd be like a 5+++. All right, Needle Rock Totem. 2 mana. This is again a Shaman Warrior dual class. 2 mana, 0/2 totem. At the end of your turn, gain 2 armor and draw a card. This reminds me of more. Right? It's pretty much more the Pander card. Instead of having 1 attack, you get 2 armor. Bad more? Depends, man. I don't know. Sometimes health is more relevant than 1 attack on a minion. I think it's fine. I think it's actually just a good card. Like, it's better in Warrior because you can make use of the armor, but I think it's good. I think a 3.5 or so. Yeah, call Manatide, it's crying. Call Manatide, it's crying. All right. Yeah, totems and warriors are going to be kind of weird. All right, so here's the Shaman Legendary Excavate. For some reason, my scroll doesn't work well on this one. This is an Elemental Murloc. Murloc is the part that's cut off. For the Azurite Murloc. 4 mana. Battlecry, transform all your other minions into ones that cost 3 more, keeping their original cost. So you basically cast, what's the name of that card? The Priest card? On everything. So weak compared to other treasures. You know, I would say it's more situational. Yeah, Stars Align is the card I was thinking of. Yeah, I'd say it's more situational. You know, like you do draft cards because you like them in your arena deck most of the time. 3 more does normally mean it's going to be better, though, right? Like, it's still a positive effect, right? Yeah, it says transform all your other minions into ones that cost 3 or more. Wait, transform all your other minions into ones. Wait, is it just on your board? It's got to be everywhere, right? Otherwise it'd be trash. All. So it's everywhere. Deck, cannon, board. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. I think it's honestly going to be fine. I mean, I'm not going to give her a rating for it. It's a legendary treasure. It's probably not as good as some of the other ones, but I still feel like it will pop off a lot. No board? No, it must do your board. No, it definitely does board. Hot take, that's better than the Pally one. This card, so it's different, right? Like, this card can high roll and save you in a way that the Paladin card can't really. Right? Like, you could all of a sudden get something nuts for cheap. And the Paladin card just buffs. But I think the Paladin card's still better. But, like, if you need a miracle, then this card could be better. All right. Did we do all the Warlock yet? We haven't done this one yet. Elementium Geode. 2 mana, 2/1 elemental. Battlecry and Death Rattle. Draw a card. Deal 2 damage to your hero. So it's a 2/1 that draws 2, but you take 4. I mean, there's enough healing in Warlock that's probably okay, right? Cobalt Librarian. Yeah, it's kind of like Cobalt Librarian. It's 1 mana more, but you get 2 cards, right? And you take the damage twice. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's probably a good card. Just because there's so much healing in the game right now, right? Do you need a card to draw your cards in Warlock? I mean, it's still... It's an official way to draw, though, right? Because you draw 2 with 1 card. And it gives you a 2/1. I think it's still pretty good. DK Baron is better. Yeah, I would rather have Chill Fallen Baron than this. But I still think it's a good card. Like a 4, probably. 3.5, 4-ish. Sometimes you'll be dying, it'll be like unplayable, but then you've probably lost anyways. All right, we'll go 3.5. I'll go a little bit lower. Like, I don't know, it can, if you have the right deck, it's great, but sometimes you won't have enough healing. -4 could be kind of bad at certain points. Okay, we did all of these. All right, chat, it's warrior time. There is a new Highlander warrior card. Deep Miner Bran. 6 mana, 2/4, keeping the same stat line as the OG Bran. Battlecry. If your deck has no duplicates, your Battlecries trigger twice for the rest of the game. Man, I don't know about this card, chat. You have to play a 6 mana, 2/4. Like, in Arena, that's pretty rough, isn't it? Like, obviously in Standard, you can build a deck around it and make the best use of it, but, you know, like, obviously the Tortoise is really good with it. Like, there's ways to make it work, but I don't know, dude. You also kind of want duplicates of Forge. Yeah, like, there's so many warrior cards you want multiple copies of. I don't really see it being good in Arena. So, overall score for it, I really don't think it's very good, like a 2.5 maybe or something. Today's Sunspot for 12. It seems bad to me. Yeah, I don't know. I think the stat line's too bad. If it was like a 6 mana 4/5 or something, then I'd feel differently. But you should draft this every time because it's fun. Maybe. I do like fun. Fun is the #1 concern for me. Always. Huh? All right. I think neutrals are all that's left, chat. Oh, there's also the new Excavate cards. Look at those two. All right, neutrals. Marut Stonebinder. Neutral, this is a legendary. 7 mana, 5/6. Battlecry, if your deck has no duplicates, discover an elemental to summon. Add the others to your hand. Add the others to your hand. I feel like this is going to be good. I feel like it will be, chat. Like, you get a 5/6, and then you get, hopefully, a big Ellie. And then you get value in hand. Like, isn't the elemental pool pretty good? This one looks like crap. Really? You guys are haters. What, the elemental pool is bad? I think it's okay. Like, it will be good tempo on the turn you play unless you Omega low roll. Other arena cards are so much better. Yeah, but again, I mean, this is arena, right? So, like, sometimes you don't get those other ones. I think it'll be good. I'm a believer. Mage Shaman, it's good. I guess they have slightly better allies. It's true. Probably does get a little boost, especially in Shaman. I like it. You can low roll. You'd have to really low roll, though. Because I feel like the thing that I like about this card is I feel like the bad hits, like you can hit like the 1/2 Shaman card if you're a Shaman, but then that you put that in hand and that card's really good. So I feel like most of the cheap Ellies or bad Ellies give you value or something. It's 7 mana. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Does it seem good enough to force Highlander? Oh, I will show you guys. Oh, I will show you. I'm not gonna go that high. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it's gonna be good, and I'm gonna make it work, but it's obviously not like an insta win card, you know. All right, Therazane, 7 mana, 7/5 elemental. Taunt, Death Rattle, double the stats of all elementals in your hand and deck. Now this one's a Keck W, right? For Arena, double the stats of all elementals in your hand and deck. Like, this one's just like a huge Keck W. Like, it has Taunt on it, but like, dude, that, like, you're never doing this, right? Like ever. Like a 1. And then I'll lose to it and you guys will laugh at me, but like, that's got to be a no. Okay, Iridescent Gyreworm. 3 mana, 4/3 elemental. Death Rattle, give each of your minions a random bonus effect. Oh, that's kind of scary. Oh, I don't like this card. I mean, I'm glad it's epic, but... Oh, I don't know about that one, dude. Oh, it's Death Rattle. Okay, in my head, chat, honestly, in my head, it was Battlecry. It looks like my butthole. Sorry, what? I was like, we're doomed if it's Battlecry. Okay, Death Rattle. I still think it's fine though. I still think it's fine. They won't always be able to clear it. A 3 mana 4/3 isn't the worst thing to play. Obviously, you play it like you want to play it later when you already have a board or something, but I still think it's pretty good. Like a 3.5. I'll go for 3.5. All right, what else we got? Shale Spider. 2 mana, 3/2 elemental. Battlecry, if you played an elemental last turn, draw a card. Nice. I like this card. I really want to make elementals work in like Mage and Shaman. I do. It's a 3/2 with upside. Oftentimes you won't get that upside because you don't have that many elementals, but you know, as an overall score, it's probably like a 3, right? But you know, in like Shaman or something, it's probably more like a 4 or whatever. It's still a fine card, right? The 3/2 is okay. Shouldn't this be an Ellie Beast? It does feel like this should be an Elemental Beast. I wonder why they didn't do that on this one. Okay, now Stone Drake. Bro, can they stop putting lifesteal on cards? Please! 6 mana, 2/8, Elemental Dragon, Divine Shield, Taunt, lifesteal, can't be targeted by spells or hero power. Like, why does everything have to have lifesteal? Am I the only lifesteal hater? Like, God, why does everything have lifesteal? This shit is going to be so annoying. You can't ping it because of the like, God. It's obnoxious, man. 3, 5, 5. I think this card's really good. It's like at least a 4.5. Probably a 4.5. I don't want to say it's a 5 because 2 attack is kind of like, But I think it's definitely like a 4.5. Common, yeah. Yeah, people are going to draft like 3 of these. You know, it's going to be great when the priest that steals all of your shit also drafts this to keep them alive. Yeah, that's going to be really fun. It's going to be really, really fun and not tilting at all. Okay, I think all that's left is the Excavate card. So there's new... What the... Oh, my thing's all messed up for capture. Hold on, I gotta do some tech support. Hold on. Oh, I found it. And okay. Let's make it a little bigger actually. Heart Blossom. So this is a new 1 mana option you get from Excavate. Give a friendly minion +2/2, deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion. So I'm not going to give this a rating, but I guess we'll compare it to what we think of the other Excavates for 1 mana. Is this one better? Like, would you rather have this or would you rather have a 1 mana deal 3? So much better, you guys think so? The thing is I mean, it depends. Like, it's more situational, but it's higher upside, right? Second best. I guess that's an interesting question. What do you guys think is the best 1 mana Excavate? I think the best 1 mana Excavate is the Discover. I think the Discover is the best because it can high roll so hard. Discover. Okay. And then it kind of depends. Like, I think oftentimes the 2/3 rush is better than the deal 3 in the early game, but later on the 3 damage is better. Rocco's Face, yeah. I mean, this is definitely one of the better options. I like it more than coins most of the time, I think. Coins oftentimes feel weird. All right, what are the other options? Deepholm Geode. So this is a second tier legendary, or second tier Excavate. You can just tell by the mana cost. 1/2 elemental, At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Okay, now this one is like way better, right? Like this card's gonna make Excavate so much more annoying because it used to be they couldn't hit AoE until the 3rd tier of Excavate, but now they can hit on turn 2. Oh, and by the way, if you can't kill it, it AoEs your board again. Oh god. Excuse me. All enemies, yeah. Yeah, it goes phase 2. Isn't that good? Isn't that great? Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah, I mean, this seems like just like the best one. Sometimes you still want Canary, yeah. But I think on average, you're going to want this one. That's pretty broken. Okay. And finally, World Pillar Fragment Tier 3 Excavate card. Discover an elemental to summon. Add the others to your hand. So this is just basically like that legendary, right? The neutral legendary, except this is this is so much cheaper. I mean, that's going to be really good, right? 3 mana. So remember, these are Excavate treasures, so you have to excavate 3 times to get this. And I mean, there's already really good options from that, like the Discover a 5-cost card. It costs 0. You know, it's pretty good too. But I think this card's going to high roll pretty hard. Yes, if so you guys know, this is Excavate treasure. Excavate treasure. Favorite epic treasure is still Ogre Fist. Depends on the class a bit, but yeah, Ogre Fist is really good too. I mean, this is probably a similar power level to the other ones. I wouldn't say like those other two, especially the tier 2 one, just seems so much better than the other options. But this is probably on par with it. It's basically you get a big thing, man, but you get so much value off this too. Add the others to your hand. These kind of cards can be so swingy, like depending on what 3 you're offered. Like it can be a world of difference. You're gonna get sometimes where it's just shit, but sometimes it's gonna be like insane. Yeah, pretty much it's gonna be summon the biggest one and then put the other 2 that are small / have value into your hand. 2/8 Dragon's Elemental, by the way. Yeah, great. Great. Get Therazine from this, GG. Wait, can you get Therazine from this? The other thing you can do is Therazine have the tag? Oh my god, Therazine has the Elemental tag. Oh god, that's going to be tilting. Oh god, that's probably why that card's a thing, just so you can hit it off of that. Yeah, Rag. Ew. Okay, all right, chat. So I think that's the full review. I think we didn't miss any cards, right? Seems like there's some pretty crazy neutrals, a lot more lifesteal than I would like. I sure hope we're not heading for a Priest meta, but god, Priest got so many good cards. Like just so many good arena cards. Ways to win games with the summon card, with the steal, return a card to your hand, tons of healing cards, even some reach. Man, I'm a little scared. Rogue got a couple fun cards. Looking forward to that. Mage got some like okay cards. It should be fun. I'm definitely looking forward to it. By the time this is up, the rotation might be live. I'm not sure when we'll get this up on YouTube. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to be the best? If I had to guess, in the next rotation, they'll probably undo the micro adjust, so DK will be God mode for a couple of days. I still think Demon Hunter with Wolves will be pretty strong. I do think Priest will be up there, though. I think Priest and Mage both get quite a bit better. So they'll probably go up there a bit. Rogue. Yeah, I mean, Rogue got pretty good cards overall, I think. I mean, what classes? So Shaman and Paladin both got a Legendary Excavate. That does help them. Let's just hope that everything is going to be really balanced. Can we just hope for that? Like, maybe we'll just have a meta where, like, almost all the classes are playable. And it won't be, you can only play like 3 classes. God, that would be great, huh? When is this released? This all comes out on Thursday, chat. So not long, just a couple days. Thursday is when we get the new stuff, okay? If you are watching this review on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to comment about how this is the undisputed greatest arena. God, I just totally butchered the end of this. Greatest arena review you have ever seen. God, I just absolutely butchered it. But yeah, thanks for watching.